So which country do you reckon is the hardest country to run a music school in? Well, there's a question on our website when people sign up to get a bunch of amazing free content, which you should do, by the way, if you haven't done it. Send you a whole bunch of cool videos that are going to really help you. But anyway, and when you sign up, we ask people just this question of, hey, what is the biggest frustration in your music teaching business? And we get heaps of different answers, which is really cool to hear, what people are struggling with and how we've got the answers to help. But one trend that I've seen a lot, which is quite funny, is that people will say, oh, I'm from Australia, and in Australia it's just really different. Like, it's really hard to run a music school there. And someone else will be like, oh, I'm from Canada, and in Canada, things are a little bit different. It's a lot harder to run a music school than I think where you are. And then there'll be, England. Oh, England's got some challenges, and it's really hard to run a music school over there. America, oh yeah, it's just such a big place, and it comes with big challenges, and it's just really hard to run a music school there. Do you think the answer is perhaps it's hard to run a music school like everywhere? And I think that is the truth. And so literally everywhere is hard. It is a hard business. And I'm going to give you five S's to survive running a music teaching business. But pretty much, it is hard everywhere. Now, of course, there's some countries where it's going to be like hard to near impossible. Like if you're in, I don't know, a Middle Eastern country that's at war. It's pretty much impossible to run a music teaching business. But general, Western world countries, it's hard everywhere. Like, it requires some serious hard work. So I'm going to give you 5 S's to help you survive running a music teaching business, no matter what country you are in, thinking that your country's harder than everyone else. Let's get into it. So the first S is strategy. There literally are secrets and strategies to running a successful music teaching business. So the first S is strategy. You need to understand what are the strategies that actually work and what are the ones that don't work. And which one are you going to choose? Obviously, the ones that work. And so you need to find the right people that have been there before you, and they can show you how to avoid the tricky hurdles, how to get through those hard challenges you're going to face, how to avoid the really dumb, wrong things that they perhaps did, and what is the right strategy to get through so that your music school will be successful, faster, and in a way that's less stressful. So that's the first S. You need the strategy. The second S is you need the systems, okay? Every system that you have in place, that cuts down time. And every time you cut down time, it frees up more time to do something more important. So you need to make sure you have all the systems in order. Everything you think right from the moment a customer has the idea about learning with you. What is the process that they go through? How does it work when they come to your website? How does the information pack work? How does the sign-up process work? What can you automate? How can you put systems in place to speed everything up, make it faster, easier to understand, and less demanding of your time? So the second S is you need systems, and you think through every single thing that you do, and you look to implement as many systems as possible that improves the customer experience while saving you time. So it can't just save you time and devalue the customer experience. Those two things have to work together. So that is the second S, the systems. The third S is star players. You really need the right people. The famous business author Jim Collins talks about, the leadership journey of running a business like driving a bus, and you're the person driving the bus, staring at where it's going, and you need to get the right people on the bus and the right people in the right seats. So if you can find star players, then that is going to propel your music teaching business. So if you hire an administrator, you want someone that's like super passionate about what you're doing. When they come in, I always talk about, like, do they have the wow factor? Are they like, wow, this is awesome. I really want to be a part of this. This is so cool. So they obviously need that. They need to be humble and teachable. They actually need to care enough to listen to you and go, oh, okay, yeah, show me how that's done. Teach me. They need to be, we say hungry in terms of work ethic hungry. They need to have that drive to want to really work hard for you. They also need to have amazing people skills, okay? And so those star players are the people who are humble, hungry in terms of work ethic, and have people skills. So if you get those star players with that whole trilogy of things, it makes your job so much easier because they've already got so much stuff going on, and really then they just need to learn how you do things, and they take it away. And if you hire people that are better than you in a certain area, maybe it's admin. I don't really like admin that much. So you hire people that are better than you, they'll take it to a whole new level. So the third S is to have star players. The fourth S to succeeding in your music teaching business is stamina. It is a long journey, and I can't tell you the amount of times where we have actually just been patient, worked hard enough that other people have actually just quit, and then those students have come to us because these other people no longer run lessons. And so you need that stamina, that work ethic, like we talked about earlier, to just push through. You've got, hurdles, brick walls, all these challenges, and you need to be able to just run through them, push through, and have that long-term stamina. If you're trying to build something really big, in terms of you don't just want a music teaching business that's yourself or maybe a couple people, you want something big, I'll be honest, it's going to be really hard to do on a 40-hour work week. You're going to need to put in a lot more hours to really burst through further than everyone else to build something big and awesome. So stamina is one of the things, that whole idea of work ethic, that's going to push you further beyond everyone else, because when it gets tough, so many people will quit at that moment, but if you can push through, you'll be the one that lasts the distance. So the fourth S is stamina. And the fifth and final S is the support. So you need to have support around you. Now, leadership is quite a lonely journey at times, and so many people are wanting stuff from you. You are pouring out to your students, giving them amazing lessons and information and curriculum and events and all this amazing stuff. Then if you've got staff, you're paying them, you're meeting with them, you're trying to encourage them, you're doing all this sort of stuff, and just you feel like you are just pouring out your energy over and over. And so you need support around you that comes from outside your team, of people who are pouring into your life. You think of it like a cup of water. If people are not pouring into your life, you lack the energy to pour out into other lives as well. So you need the support around you of people that get it, that understand. When you've had just a crap day, you're allowed to just go, blah, 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 this is what it was like, this is horrible, and have people that listen and who care. And then you also need those strategic people who think of it, think of your problems at a real high level in terms of business-wise, and they can see, they see where you're at, they've been through it, they know how to coach you through it, they give you really great advice, they see the bigger picture, they also bring wisdom and experience. And you want several different people in that area. You want someone who's really entrepreneurial and has great ideas and is really passionate about moving forward and doing new exciting things. You want someone that's really switched on in terms of finances, and someone that you can be honest with and go, here are my books, my accounting numbers, and they can go, what's going on there, mate? Let's fix this. Let's talk about this. Oh my goodness, can you see what's happening in 3 months with your cash flow? So you need someone that entrepreneurial side, you need someone with that sort of accounting, financial side, and then you need the real sort of emotional support type leader person that's just amazing with people and is just your biggest encourager as well. So that's the type of support that you need, and that would be the fifth S. So those are the 5 S's of, the things that are going to help you survive no matter what country you are in. And a lot of that stuff can be found if you are part of our BAM squad. And I know I plug this a lot because it's not that I want something from you, I actually want something for you. Everything has been built because it's what I wish I would have had when I was, growing up my, music school. And so if you want to have that sort of support that I'm talking about, our BAM squad is honestly just incredible. People from all over the world with music schools from 30 students to 2,000 and everything in between. Incredible people. So many resources. You get the strategies. You get the systems. You learn all about how to hire and recruit and retain the star players. And of course you get that support, and that inspires you to push through the hard times and get that stamina. So if you haven't checked out buildamusicschool.com, please go there, get some of the free resources. And think about signing up and joining the BAM squad and getting that support that I've been talking about.